Y'all be standing around, joning, cracking jokes on each other. Two people start joning on each other. One person gets the best joke off. Somebody in the crowd starts laughing a little too hard. And then all the attention focuses on that individual that was laughing too hard. And now he's on the hot seat. Well, looks like Mr. Joe Budden is in the hot seat. What's up, people? What's going on, man? How everybody feeling today, man? It's a beautiful day out here. I got another topic for y'all. Y'all saw my last 2 or 3 videos, and I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm gonna take this one a little bit easier. I'm gonna be a little bit more lighthearted. I'm gonna try to be. I was a little passionate in the last 2 videos, but if you want to know what they about, man, go ahead and click on them. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button and all that. But Joe Budden, man, I spoke about him yesterday. And no longer than 20 minutes after I got off my live, I saw that Tahiri has responded. Now, I'm going to put y'all up to speed. I'm going to let y'all know what I'm talking about right now. Of course, we got Mr. Sean Puffy Combs on the hot seat. Everybody's weighing in. Everybody's chiming in and giving their opinion. Everybody seems to me like they feel like they feel obligated. It looks like people feel obligated to stomp down on Diddy, right? And that's the thing I had a problem with. So people felt obligated to stomp down on him. And a lot of the times in life, you just need to mind your business. You dig? It's not always good to put your 2 cents in things. So anyway, yeah, we got the Diddy scandal going on. Mr. Joe Budden went on his podcast. And Joe Budden had some harsh words for P. Diddy, Puffy, Brother Love, Diddy. Joe Budden called him a POS, amongst other things, and he basically was saying that he doesn't support what Puffy did. He doesn't agree with it, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And he would never, I would never do such a thing. Those of us that know, we know, right? Joe Budden, early on, about 10 years ago, he was involved in several. I'm talking about 4 or 5 of his girlfriends had the same story about bruh. Joe Budden is not far from P. Diddy. I don't understand what would make him come. Matter of fact, I do understand. I believe the reason why he spoke so harshly on Diddy is because he feels obligated. He's being pressured. And a lot of men, they feel like they have to speak out about this. And the thing is, you better have a clean background if you choose to speak out about this. Now, Tahiri responded, and she basically said that Joe was full of you know what, and that Joe was an abuser as well. We have 3 or 4, maybe 5 other of Joe's ex-girlfriends that have filed, charges on Joe. Joe has been arrested for this. Now, one chick maybe, we might not believe it. 2 or 3 or 4, yeah, we believe it. We've always believed, and I'll speak for myself, I have always believed that Joe Budden was guilty of doing that to those women in which they claim. I've always believed it. Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I believe, and I've always believed that Joe Budden has committed these acts. Joe Budden is a recovering addict, okay? And a lot of people know that he has a past with drugs, and he's had a very dark past. So I didn't put it past the women when they came to us with this information, because even on screen he was acting very out of character, out of touch. He was doing a lot of crying on Love and Hip Hop, and he was just very emotional. And a lot of emotional guys, they put hands on women. You understand? So I've always believed that Joe Budden was guilty of these things. What possessed him to go on his podcast and to condemn Diddy the way he did? See, there's a way to go about certain things, right? There's a way to go about handling situations that are sensitive. You don't have to fold under the pressure of the public. Just because everybody else is participating in lynching somebody, you don't have to participate, especially if you're guilty of the same thing. So it's looking like it's a lot of statements coming out today, right? And it's looking like the girls that Joe has dealt with. See, this the thing, right? You gotta understand this. Understand the timeline. When Joe was dealing with these women, he was not the JBP. It was no Joe Budden podcast, okay? When he was dealing with these women, he was a struggling rapper. He was a struggling artist. He wasn't making any money. Of course, a little bit of money, but no money. You can't really sue him with no money. I believe these women, they're waiting. I believe they're waiting. They're hiding in the back somewhere, being very patient. Some of them have OnlyFans pages, right? I believe they're doing their little thing to get, to keep the lights on. But I believe eventually there will be a Joe Budden lawsuit. I believe they will be coming for his money, especially after what he said the other day about Diddy. Especially after he felt so strong and passionately. See, what people don't like is narcissists. And when those women saw, I'm sure, or we can at least speak for Tahiri. When Tahiri saw him speaking on Diddy, it triggered something in her. Narcissist behavior. That means you're still not sorry for what you've done. If you're a former abuser and you come out and act as if you're not and you never would, that would trigger somebody and it would flare up those old feelings. And it will actually make you re-hate somebody. Because, people don't like fake shit at the end of the day. And when I saw Joe, I've always had a certain level of respect for Joe Budden, man. But when I saw that, I lost a lot of respect for that man because Puffy put him on at the end of the day. Puffy he had a deal with Revolt, okay, or somebody. He had something going on with Revolt. State of the Union, I think it was. State of the Culture was the show. He was bigging up Puff for many years, going to Puff parties, and Puffy gave him a new life, a fresh breath of fresh air. Breathed air into his lungs of his wilted career. And we respect Joe Budden's career because he's an excellent rapper. But I didn't respect when he did that, man. He shouldn't have went on there and stepped on Puffy like that. There's a way to go about things. You make your point without going so hard. You make your point without incriminating yourself or lying, okay? You can say things without lying. So, yeah, man, I see a lawsuit coming. I see them going for Joe's pockets very, very soon. I think now might be the time. And this all goes back to my point of the fake outrage, and it all goes back to my point of the, selective outrage. People are very selective in what they're doing. The media is a monster, right? These podcasts, these influencers are monsters. I believe that a lot of these podcasts and a lot of these influencers, I believe they are the new media, and I believe a lot of them are getting paid to push propaganda. I believe a lot of them, if they're not paid, they're incentivized to push narratives. Think about it. The news, right? The news was the center, and that's where we got our information from. We will watch CNN, CBS, and even shows like The Breakfast Club. That's where we got a lot of our information from. Shows like that are pretty much, I don't want to say obsolete, but shows like that today, information is everywhere. The latest headline is everywhere. Y'all remember we used to have to go to like The Breakfast Club to find out like the latest bullshit that's going on? No, it's everywhere now. Everybody has a phone. You got academics, you got Vlad TV, you got Van Lathan, you got Shade Room, you got all these places to get all the information. So I believe that the influencer is is being incentivized to push propaganda. I don't know what made that man say that. I don't know what made him do that on that podcast, but I believe it's going to cost him. And honestly, to be honest with you, when they come for Joe, I won't have any empathy, right? Because how he handled this with another person. If he'd have handled it with some grace, they showed a clip of Puffy, right? They showed a clip of Puff Daddy on the Ellen show. And Ellen was asking him about Chris Brown, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent. What I'm about to say has nothing to do with his case, right? It has nothing to do with me supporting any type of violence. But Ellen asked Puffy about Chris Brown's situation, the Chris Brown Rihanna situation. And Puffy pretty much said we need to pray for them. And Puffy said we don't know we don't know what's going on. It's pretty much not our business. Let them handle it. Let's pray for them and keep it pushing. I respect that, right? Joe Budden should have did the same thing. He should have just sent prayers and left it alone, man. But look at, hey, Texas Bama, what it do, man? Appreciate you always tapping in. What's going on, man? I'm just talking my shit for the day. Yeah, man. I'm gonna touch back down with y'all, man. You know, as things develop, it's a good little topic to chop it up with. I really want to do a topic on. I was trying to debate JoJo Capone. JoJo Capone, if you see this video, I need to get with you. We gotta have this debate. I want to debate JoJo Capone because he commented under my comment. It was about the music being influential. Is music influential? Is rap, hip hop music influential? And JoJo Capone basically said, no, it's not. He said that it's not the reason for any of these crimes. It's not the reason for the state of the culture. And I would like to debate that with the brother because I have a very good argument. I have very good facts, and I'm on ground zero, man. So, hey, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe. Shout out to y'all. Leave a comment, man, if you feel, you know, anything to the contrary, or if you agree, or if you just want to leave your opinion, man. All opinions are welcome here. You dig? That would be a good discussion, man. I got to get them on here. I'm going to see if I can make that happen. I also got some other good stuff coming up. The set for Top Flight TV is being built. I might try to get it in the community section when it's done. But Top Flight TV is coming. I'm going to have guests. I'm going to have some celebrity guests. And I'm going to have some local guests. But whatever I do, it's going to be entertaining. So I appreciate y'all.